Okay, guys, welcome to a casted game between Kevin playing as the Haudenosaunee versus Eki or Iki, I don't know how you say his name, playing as Japan here on the east side of the map. And should be a good matchup. This map has some nice trade route access should the Haudenosaunee player decide to go for them. Japan's got plenty of hunts here to shrine nearby. So it should be a competitive match. Two high-level players here. I'm not sure what their exact ranks are right now. Maybe someone in chat knows, but I do know that they are towards the top of the ladder. It should be a high-level game. Okay, so he's coming out for a treasure here. Kevin looks like he's going to go maybe for this food. Be standing. Oh, he's waiting to his trader out. Okay, so he started off by chopping wood. Got exactly 200 wood and going to be dropping down that trade post. Won't get that first pass there of that trottoir. I actually wonder if it's better to build this one first, if you can get that pass. I do not know exactly. Oh, they have two of them on this route. Yeah, so I don't always know that, but I always felt like that'd be something that would be great to memorize on all these maps, and we get so many new maps too. And let's make it so I can drag with the right click here. There we go. I always like having this on when I'm casting. Okay, Japan on the other side is picking up a wolf treasure, so maybe he'll use that to help get this. If he can pick up this 90 wood treasure, that would certainly be a shrine just about. Let's see what he's opened with. So he's opened with the Portuguese consulate, so gonna have some cheaper shrineage. Let's look at their decks here. It looks like Kevin has his first shipment. Okay, so in age 1 we got 3 vills, exotic hardwoods, pretty normal. The most interesting thing I'd say I see here is in age 3, you have 3 Travois, build Native American buildings. They're in age 3. So I don't have that in my deck personally, but might have to give that a second look. I'm assuming for this map, he's just going to use it to pick up some extra. I don't know if you can put down. I think you can put down war huts with that. Chat tells me that Iki, I don't know how you say his name, is ranked 23 a few hours ago. So there you go. That gives you an idea. Okay. 3 Travois for farm estate. Gotcha. Is that what he's doing? That would make sense. Yeah, so we'll see. Let's look at the Japan deck here. So he does have, and it looks like did send Heavenly Kami as his first card, which is going to make shrines cheaper, and the resource rates are increased. So going to be booming with shrines. Now, for Haudenosaunee, I feel like this is a favorable matchup against Japan. You can usually put on some really decent pressure and harass shrines with some tomahawks. But we'll see how he decides to play this. Kevin says 3 Travois is for transition, farm, and plantation is great. There you go. Okay. Very cool. I like that. That's a good idea. Sometimes you see the upgrade. I think it's this Civ does have the upgrade card, but sometimes it's hard to get all those buildings down. So that makes them easier. Very cool. Okay, so Japan just gathering berries, doing their thing. Let's see, where's that wolf? Let's see what he's up to. So he did gather that 90 wood treasures we were looking away. So that's certainly a nice pickup for him here in age 1. He's got 2 shrines down right now. Let's look at his res. So he's sitting in a good little spot here for the opening. Maybe pick up this 90 food treasure, I would assume. And meanwhile, Kevin is scouting. He sees Portuguese consulate. He also will see the Japanese wonder. Let's see, did he scout it? He did scout it. Now, one tip, guys, I learned this, Minimalt told me this, because I always wondered, like, sometimes I struggled with what wonder were they building? How do you scout this when it's not built yet? For Japan, you can click on the building, and you could see 2 out of 8 gatherers down here. So that's how you know that this is going to be the shrine. So just a fun little tip if you didn't know that. I know that helped me out. I think I kind of recently learned that. Okay, so he did pick up that food treasure. So Japan's got some decent treasures here in the first stage. Now, what did he pick up down here? Did I see he picked up a Nutka somewhere? I thought he did. I think, he's up here. This Nutka can be kind of nice to start just harassing a shrine somewhere. Yeah, Nutka, good versus early shrines. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so here we go. So Kevin's putting down an early war hut here in base with his age up. So he aged up with 3 vills and a war hut. Now, you do see he is already gathering coin. He in fact built 2 tribal marketplaces here. So you can only assume that he's going to be fast fortressing. Because really, Haudenosaunee have no use for coin in the second age other than getting the wood upgrade if you were going to do that. Nice treasure to pick up. 95 wood here on this grizzly bear. Nootka going to help club that down. Maybe he'll use that to... I mean, that's a lot of extra wood. Is he going to maybe take a trade post? I don't know. He might just hold on to it for now. Like that could, equal a longhouse later on down the line. Okay, so Japan's just shrining up. He has built walls, and I think for Japan, this is a smart move. You can only assume, that Haudenosaunee is going to be laying down some pressure, is what you would initially see. Let's see what Hareki has scouted so far. So he does see that he's got one trade route. So he hasn't even gotten into his base yet. So he doesn't know, because really at this point, he could have scouted that gold and basically knew that he was going to be safe for a little bit here. But since he has not gotten into his base yet, and honestly, that's one thing I find to be a disadvantage sometime with the Haudenosaunee, is I find that they are extremely scoutable in Age 2. Because if you walk by this, and especially with this, you walk by and you see that, he's going to Fortress. And that, these walls are going to be nice, but he probably doesn't need to invest in these so early, probably. But not a big deal. But that's one thing, definitely very scoutable civilization as far as that goes. Okay, so gathering these crates. So just if you're curious of build order, he has sent 3 vills, 5 vills, and then the crates are 300 food, 300 wood, and 200 coin, and he'll be using that to age up. Assuming a fast age, we'll have to see, but I'd imagine that's what he's going to do. Meanwhile, Japan, see what he has done. So he's sending a vill shipment, so 4 villagers. So I'm assuming he went shrine, and then is this the second shipment of 4 villagers, which is a very greedy start. Assuming that's what it is. I don't know if he's on a second or third shipment. Not exactly sure how to verify that. Maybe not. But either way, just booming up. He's got a barracks, but is not trained any units. Honestly, kind of a risky move, having not scouted anything of this base. Like, he doesn't know. He could be building up a mass, but at this point, he's going to be okay since he's not getting pressured. Eki, says Evolution. There we go. Okay, that's his guess. Okay, so we got some sieging of a shrine here with the Nootka and the silent one, the war chief. And now Japan is sending some wood. Maybe he did send a wood shipment first. So it was probably shrine, wood, vill, wood, or I'm not entirely sure. So you'll have to back that up if you want to see. Okay, meanwhile, Kevin is aging up, and he's going up with the messenger, which I believe is the fast age. He will get a Travois, and traditionally, you drop down either a stable, but maybe he'll go for Rax. We'll have to see here. And he does, in fact, go with the Corral. Okay, so pretty usual build here. Pretty standard fast fortress for the Haudenosaunee. So let's see what he goes with next. Okay, so he's shipping 6 Kanya horsemen. He's put a few villagers on wood. I'm actually curious if he got... I always wonder when you should get the wood upgrade with Haudenosaunee. I'd be interested to see chat's opinions on when you like to do that. Because I find you end up chopping, especially if you end up making this Kanya production. So I think maybe he's going to go Forest Prowler Kanya, which I think is good, because you could assume Yumi, and there it is. Like, he doesn't see him, but you got to assume he's probably going to have lots of Yumi. So this could be a good... He's got his army out here. Just a few Yumi in base here. Looking at the, just the score, Kevin is ahead by a little bit right now. Quite a bit. Japan has dropped a stable, but is he aging? Not yet. He is getting rid of the Portuguese consulate. You see he's boomed to 200 shrines. So really a nice place for Japan. He's got to be pretty happy that his shrines have not been harassed here. Up to 200 population. Now he is shipping in from his consulate. Oh, he canceled it. He was canceling Portuguese consulate, but now he's sending in a shipment of crossbows, which should help him hold this off. That should be probably plenty to deal with this, although I don't know how he's going to do it with the Kanya, to be honest. He needs to be careful. Yeah, I don't know if he can take that fight quite yet. Let's see what's going on over here at the Haudenosaunee. Okay, so he has sent 6 Kanya, and now he is sending crates of res. Now, sieging these shrines, the shrines were recently in the latest patch. They did, I believe, reduce the HP on these, which I have always kind of complained about how hard it is to kill shrines. So I'm glad to see that. It also helps you get some XP from killing these things. A lot of Yumi and crossbows, but these Forest Prowlers, one of the strongest skirmishers in the game. Just doing a great job here, just keeping those Yumi off him. Now, he is aging, going up you have there. And how many villagers do you have working on that? He's got a few of them. He's going to be up to the next stage very soon. Meanwhile, the res coming in for Kevin. Let's see what he plans on doing with that res. Is he going to drop another town center? He's got a lot of gold. He doesn't have any units in queue. So it makes me wonder, is he stacking that res to go to the next age? Maybe he just wants to get some cannons in the field cannons in the 4th age. But you would think he'd be training some units if he was going to apply more pressure. But this is hard to push into. You never really want to push into turtling Yumi. It's going to be a scary spot. You can only assume that Japan's almost next stage. So I think he's happy with just getting a few shrines, getting a little XP. So I do think that's what he's doing. He's stacking a lot of res. He's going to be going for the next age. Let's see if he pulls his vills off food. Will he stay on gold? Maybe he'll just keep collecting that gold. But he could almost pull over to food here. Now he's got plenty of gold. Wonder if he's buying some food. Might possibly be what's happening. Okay. So sieging some shrines down, macroing to age. Meanwhile, Japan's put up a decent force here. I'm assuming he's upgrading his Yumi very soon. Yumis are being upgraded. He is canceling the relations with the Portuguese. Probably going to switch over to Japan, I would imagine. Get some clubs maybe just to protect these Yumi. See, I don't play a lot of Japan. You wouldn't think I would know my Japan knowledge, but you know, I've been pretty spot on what's going on here so far. We've seen enough of this funny business. Okay, he's also upgrading his cavalry, his hand cav, so he's going to be having a nice little Yumi force. Honestly, right now he's got a bigger army than the Haudenosaunee player. If he gets pushed, this could be an awkward situation. Kevin is taking a gamble. You almost wondered, does he know? Although, hasn't really left his base yet. Does he know that Kevin is aging right now? I would think if Kevin was staying in age 3 and asserting the map control, maybe you'd expect him taking the stagecoach line and being a little more aggressive on these shrines. The fact that he isn't showing any force, you got to think that Eki has to be kind of suspicious. Meanwhile, Kevin probably is aging. Yes, he is aging currently with the warrior. He is just now getting his lumber ceremony. I asked earlier, when do you get lumber ceremony? He is doing it on his transition to age 4 right now, about the 11-minute mark, and that did come in. So that was going to help him get not only upgrades for his units, but increase his Kanya production. You can imagine there'll be lots of Yumi, so having a lot of cavalry probably did pretty decent here. I would expect Japan to train some clubs at some point from Japan. He is actually going to be getting a military rickshaw. There at the Japanese consulate. Should be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so going to be hitting age 4 here for Kevin. But meanwhile, in Japan has been sitting on basically full shrine pop. He's down. He grabbed a few of them, but he's going to be replenishing those. It has mostly been on full shrine pop this whole time. Okay, so there we go. Kevin has reached age 4, and with that age up, the warrior, he gets 2 light cannons. And Japan has decided he is going to push. He will need to protect these. He does not have any musket riders. So he will really need to use these elite Kanya horsemen, which have not been upgraded yet. So this is probably a decent time for Japan to rush. He wants to get in here before these upgrades come in. But unfortunately, his light cannons are getting shots on the Yumi. Let's see, does he get one of these light cannons? Everyone shooting. 1 light cannon does go down. No shipment on the way. He's just busy microing his units at the time. He does save the 2nd light cannon. But the Naginata coming in, they are going to get that one down as well. And I think Kevin's going to need to kite back here. These Yumi, okay, he does have a shipment of field cannons coming in, 4 field cannons, a pretty strong shipment. He does clean up actually, since he did clean up the cav, now he can kind of pressure with these Kanya horsemen. And in fact, Japan is going to have to fall back. Hopefully he got this shot off with the silent one as well, because he would do some nice splash damage. Okay, so just picking off these Yumi. And honestly, if Kevin's held this, I feel like this is going to be a really good situation for him. He's got cannons coming in. He had just enough military. Even though they didn't get upgraded, he was able to hold that push, which is a real nice hold for him. Japan, meanwhile, is certainly going to be stuck in age 3 here for quite a bit longer. Training Ashigaru, but maybe just a little bit too late. A few Ashigaru could have maybe protected a lot of those Yumi earlier, or even some clubs, right? A few clubs would have been nice. But right now, Kevin's looking to be in a strong spot. Score is ahead of the Japan player. And I believe now Kevin needs to figure out what he's going to do to just apply pressure to this army. Okay, so he is shipping in 16 Tomahawks there in age 4. Must be a lot of tomahawks and will help protect these forest prowlers. Where's this Cav? I thought he had a few more Kanya left, but maybe they all died. Maybe he did pull back. So that must be what happened. The Kanya got swept up. I think he's just going out to take out a few shrines. It looks like he's... Oh. Have we not all been here? Man, I gotta tell you, this is one of the most annoying things for me. It's like you're playing the game, you're busy microing, fighting, doing all your things, and then suddenly you gotta transition your villas to another hunt, and then you just straight up can't gather it because there's a damn shrine on it. So here he's dealing with, he has to stop and take his whole army over here to kill 2 shrines. And while that doesn't deal much damage to Japan, it gives him time that he needs at the moment. So he will pick up these 2 shrines, but Japan also knows he's gathering over here, knows where he can start poking and applying pressure. So we'll see what he does here next. The Tomahawks coming in. Elite Tomahawks, so he did get an upgrade for them. We have Elite Tomahawks and Champion Forest Prowlers. Got all those upgrades. Putting down his farm here and base, saying, you know what, not going to deal with this situation. Not going to walk these villas. That would have been a long walk for those 10 villas. So he did build that farm. He did not ship it. He built that farm there, and he is getting the first upgrade there. Great Feast, which is going to upgrade all food gathering across the board. Okay, and Japan knows the army's over here. Probably knows that, like, if I was Kevin, you got to protect this a little bit, right? You'd expect that he might be trying to do some raids with his Naginata. These field cannons taking out some shrines. Now, this will start to actually do a little bit of economic damage to Japan. He's going to have to replenish these shrines, so it is annoying for him. But not really setting him back. He's got time right now to age up. He's putting down the shogunate there in the back of the base. Kind of in an okay position. And I think, honestly, for Japan, he's probably happy that he's out here messing with these shrines and not at his front door at the moment. Because really, I don't think he has enough Naginata to deal with these field cannons at the moment. But here he goes. Kevin's going to be starting to apply some pressure. Let's look what's going on here. Not shipping anything else yet, but very soon he'll have his next shipment. Killing the shrines also does help him gain up those next shipments. Will he ship res, or will he choose one of these? We'll have to see. Okay, Longhouse is good. I always think Longhouses look really cool in the H4. I don't know why. They look nice. I really like this Civ. I haven't... I've played them a lot, but I've never felt like I got really good with them. So I'm really looking forward to to watching a few more of these wrecks, because I've always liked the Civ a lot. I've always thought they've got tons of potential. Okay, so getting the next food gathering upgrade, harvest ceremony, and he is in fact sending in res. Now this is crates. These are 3 huge crates of coin, food, and wood. So that's 500 of each resource there, I do believe. Yes. So that'll be nice. It'll help his production. Here, whatever he decides he's going to get next. Has he upgraded his Kanya yet? No. Oh yeah, they are champion Kanya horsemen. So I'd imagine maybe he'll make some more Kanya. See, he's got 1 war hut, 1 siege workshop, so he is upgrading his field cannons right now. To get the next upgrade from light cannons to field cannons rather. He's got some Kanya. That shipment does come in. He's on those crates. Japan just chilling in there. I thought maybe we'd see him try to raid. He could actually pick up a raid. But maybe he's just playing it safe, trying to figure out what he's going to do about these light cannons. And right now, he's going to need flaming arrows, which he does send in. He's in H4. 4 flaming arrows is going to be definitely do some good damage here against these field cannons. But they haven't upgraded. Here we go. Honored flaming arrows, in fact. First field cannon goes down. The second one's at just about half health. Oh, wow. A great volley taking out 2 flaming arrows in 1 shot. He has to get this next one down, but I don't think he's going to. I think all the flaming arrows are going to go down. Good thing he's got the Tomahawks back here, keeping his Naginata off. But his Naginata basically are just donated to the army. Oh, and at the end of the day, Japan does keep 1 flaming arrow alive, and that's going to be putting some damage out. Let's see what's in queue. Some Kanya, but it looks like it's not going to be enough to keep Kevin's army off. Down goes the last flaming arrow, and will that be game? Japan's just about lost all his army. Out come a few clubs. These clubs might have been a little nicer, a little sooner in this fight. He does have a little bit of export there. Could have had those just to protect a little bit. But I feel like he really needed to keep those flaming arrows alive. And this is a good army, right? These lots of champion forest prowlers and tomahawks, only up against disciplined Ashigaru. 4 flaming arrows popping out. So these will get a good hit here. Here we go. These could really lay down some damage. Let's see. But I think Kevin saw it. Man, oh. Just catching them into that. Didn't even lose a single unit to that volley. Maybe lost this one, it looks like. Okay, so pushing him back. So yeah, Kevin has to fall back. Too many flaming arrows. These things are scary looking. Like they're like dragons with fire. Okay, so backing up. But honestly, at this point, Kevin has gotten so much value out from some very favorable fights. I think he can just work on outmassing. His eco's in a good spot. He's got both of his farming or rather food gathering upgrades. Let's see what's going on with Japan. Shipping some Ashigaru. So this is age 4, 14 Ashigaru shipment. But honestly, the Ashigaru, I think his plan right now is just to mass Ashi and Flaming Arrow is perhaps what's going on, because the Ashi certainly are not a good option against these Forest Prowlers. Super strong skirmisher. But honestly, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to do the job. I can imagine Kevin's going to back up with some more, maybe some more cannons here soon. Maybe he'll just decide to go 4 cavalry. You know, don't need to mess around with these flaming arrows. He is getting the upgrade for his skirmishers, infantry combat, plus 15 damage and hit points for his infantry. So that's going to boost this entire army right here. I mean, you guys see here, he's got just about 50 skirmishers plus tomahawks kind of there, and just making more forest prowlers. I mean, how are these Ashigaru going to steal those forest prowlers? He's got to rely on these flaming arrows. But a good massive... oh, he's going to get some shots on these Kanya. Does he get any of them? 1.5 health, but not going to be enough damage. Okay, there we go. He is training some more field cannons. Careful, he's going to get hit with the shot of flaming arrows there. Doesn't want that. Okay, there we go. We do have one forest prowler goes down. A few taking some damage. Just kind of backing up. He's going to wait for his own cannons, I think. Canyons. That's like how you say Kanya and canyon. I don't know. Okay, we got some marauding Yambushi clubs running out here. Maybe just gonna go for this trade post. It looks like they're making a beeline for that. Canyons. They're like Gatling camels. Canyons. Kanye canyons. Oh, that'd be good. Okay, but yeah, they're just going to lose these clubs for free, which, I mean, to be honest, I am not sure about, I mean, the clubs would have been nice when he had all these Yumi, but they're not going to, I think he just kind of has them as like, well, shit, what do I do with these now? I got all these Ashigaru, but these Ashigaru are just going to be sitting ducks, these forest prowlers. They're just going to come up and nom on them. So he has dropped a second town center, but was able to see this force coming, got his units out of there, but really now Japan is just trapped. He's got to be pretty happy seeing this, and so let's see. We know his army is going to move up to the top to try to corner him. Let's see, training some more Kanya there. We got 3 field cannons and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flaming arrows. They have dragon energy. Honored flaming arrows. Yep. Why no cannons? He's got some right here. You know what I really like about field cannons? Honestly, both these civs benefit from this. They don't unpack. You know what I was thinking about? With the exception of the United States, and Gatlings barely have the animation, every civilization that was released after the legacy civilizations, their cannons don't have the ridiculous like pack-unpack animation, right? I mean, we still have like the Falks for Sweden, but these things, they're so great because you don't have to worry about dealing with them packing and unpacking. Okay, so this is a nice fight for him. He is in the trees, which is annoying for the Cav, but some nice space there. He's able to get on there, and this field cannon is just laying down damage. He hasn't been able to get any shots on these field cannons, and he is just going to clean up this army, probably not even losing a single forest prowler. It looked like the flaming arrows were shooting at the cavalry. And those tomahawks are in range. And I would imagine GG yeah, doing a 360 shot on that shrine so he can open up that food. It just feels like Kevin has just been in control this whole game. Okay, so I might speed this up just a little bit. Let's see what happens here, because I'd imagine this is getting close here. I mean, Japan has no army. He's got a few clubs sieging over here. Here we go. Speeding up. Shrine's going down. Here's probably... We got some flaming arrows. But 2 of those just are not going to do enough damage. There we go. Dodging that shot. Just taking the back of it there. We got a lot of Ashigaru. But again, I don't think Ashigaru is going to be what he wants here. I think losing that initial fight with Izumi kind of put him in a bad spot. Let's look at how much resources Japan does have a decent amount of res, to be honest, but just doesn't have enough military production. He doesn't even have any units in queue. Very curious. Look how much res he has. Nothing in queue. Okay, and at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 field cannons taking a shot. One field cannon goes down, but taking out a flaming arrow. Japan's just trying to hold on here, but I mean, I don't know. Here we go. We've got some Naginata coming out, and this has to be the final fight, I'd imagine. He's got to get on these cannons, getting up there, getting in range. One field cannon will go down. Okay, will he get all of them? Okay, he's taking them out. He did take out all the field cannons, and he does have a few Ashigaru. Man, wouldn't you like if he just had kept some of these flaming arrows right now? Or even, he's got 2k food in the bank. He could have sold some food and trained up some flaming arrows. Could have given him a chance here. Because right now, I don't see any Kanya. Oh, 5 in the back line there. But we do have 3 more field cannons coming up to reinforce. Looking at the villager count, 60 villagers for Japan, 69 villagers for Haudenosaunee. Of course, we've got the shrines, not to mention the wonder as well. Doing plenty of work, and the siege of that town center is going to begin. Let's see, is he training anything? 2,000 food in the bank. You know, I honestly wonder if Japan had just spent his res a little nice. I mean, it's not like he's microing hunts or anything. Maybe just transitioning to rice paddies, but he's got so much res. I feel like he could have even sold some food and got some more flaming arrows out. And perhaps, you know, if he had 10 flaming arrows in that fight, could that have made a difference? Okay. Okay, got 3 flaming arrows back here. I'd imagine just like in this Haudenosaunee reinforcements. Okay, he finally does spin that food. Okay, and here we go. Flaming arrows in shot. Go down. One field cannon goes down. Of taking shots, 1 flaming arrow goes down, taking a 1-shot volley. At this point, honestly, the forest prowlers could just about snipe these, I'd imagine. You can get in range. There we go, and the GG is called for Kevin in the Haudenosaunee.